the future of their island. This is the biggest island in the world, but it's largely covered by a vast ice sheet, so 80% of the island.
Greenland's ice hides impossible creatures caught on camera: chained titans, reptilian ghosts, frozen monsters. Scientists can't explain them. 10 chilling encounters emerging from eternal frost, defying all known biology. Frozen Titan awakens. They said the camera was found half buried in Greenland's wind-scored ice, lens cracked but miraculously still recording. What it captured in its final moments wasn't equipment failure. It was something pulling itself free. Snow blasted upward like a rupturing lung. Chains snapped with the sharp crack of breaking bone. Soldiers in whiteout gear braced against hurricane winds, dwarfed by the shape rising behind them. The creature stood 12 feet tall, gray flesh rippling over muscle that looked forged from iron, not grown from cells. Trembling restraints bit deep into arms thick as oak trunks, yet it pulled with a fluid, testing motion. Not mindless rage, but calculated fury, like a cornered primate probing a cage it already understood. Its head turned slowly toward the lens, eyes recessed beneath heavy brow ridges catching faint emergency light. No pupils, just voids. The mouth parted, revealing rows of blunt grinding teeth stained dark with something older than blood. Steam rose from nostrils flaring wide, as if tasting air too thin for lungs that size. Each heave against the chains stretched skin translucent over veins, pulsing with unnatural pressure. The soldiers shouted coordinates into dying radios, but the creature ignored them, fixated on the camera, as if recognizing the act of being recorded. One final surge ripped the final restraint free. Metal screamed, ice fractured. The frame shook violently as something massive lunged forward, then static. The footage ends. But those who analyzed it frame by frame swear they heard breathing in the noise, slow, deliberate, waiting. What chains a titan that size? And why was it already halfway out when the soldiers arrived? Reptile in the dark? The trail camera was mounted behind a remote Greenland research cabin set to capture wildlife movement through endless Arctic night. Its battery should have died weeks earlier. Instead, it kept recording, as if refusing to miss what stepped into frame. A shape emerged from swirling snow, moving with slow, predatory sway. 6 feet tall, body covered in iridescent scales that caught faint moonlight in electric blue lines pulsing beneath. The chest expanded like bellows, learning human air. Each breath deliberate, testing. Spine plates shifted independently, clattering softly like living chainmail adjusting to sub-zero cold. The head swung low, nostrils flaring wide over a jaw that unhinged slightly, revealing needle teeth arranged in radiating spirals. No ears, just smooth contours where they should be. The eyes, glossy black orbs, fixed directly on the camera lens 30 meters away, unblinking, as if recognizing technology from worlds away. Each step crushed packed snow without sound, tail dragging a perfect furrow behind, thick, muscular, ending in a barbed spade that twitched rhythmically. Forelimbs ended in 3 thick digits tipped with retractable obsidian claws, curling and uncurling as if sampling air currents. The blue lines brightened in sequence from tail to head, traveling like a current through insulated wiring. For 47 seconds, it circled the camera mount at exactly 5 meters distance, never closer, never retreating. Then a low hiss filled the audio track. Infrasonic, felt more than heard. The creature reared upright, plates fully extended, silhouetted against aurora. One final look, then gone. Researchers who recovered the footage found the camera's memory card warped by unexplained heat. The cabin's wildlife sensors registered no matching DNA. Whatever walked that night left no trace, except the recording that shouldn't exist. Visitor at midnight.
Truly terrifying.
And it keeps trying to get in.
Deep in Greenland's research outpost, night shift researcher Elias Jensen rubbed sleep from his eyes during the endless polar darkness. Motion sensors pinged irregularly, nothing the wind couldn't explain. Then a shadow crossed the perimeter floodlights. He grabbed his phone camera, heart thudding. Through the reinforced window it stood, 7 feet tall, humanoid, but wrong. Skin pale as glacial ice stretched tight over elongated limbs, joints bending slightly backward for balance. The head tilted curiously, enormous black eyes reflecting sodium lamps like polished obsidian, too large, too lidless, scanning with mechanical precision. It raised one 3-fingered hand, pressing palm flat against the glass 3 meters away. Fingers splayed wide, tips glowing faintly blue as if internal circuits activated. Ribs shifted visibly beneath translucent flesh, mechanical whirs audible through the double-paned barrier. The chest expanded, not breathing but cycling, like a pump testing pressure. No hair, no ears. Just smooth contours where human features should anchor expression. The mouth parted vertically, not horizontally, emitting a whistle, high-pitched, modulated, almost speech, but collapsing halfway into static hiss. Shoulders hunched forward, neck elongating another 6 inches as it leaned closer to peer inside. Elias froze, camera shaking. It mimicked his posture, head cocking sideways, hand mirroring his against the window from outside. For 11 seconds they stared through the barrier, then floodlights flickered. The creature's eyes pulsed once, bright as camera flash. It stepped back smoothly, limbs folding inward like collapsible scaffolding. By morning, only frozen handprints remained on glass, warmed to 12 degrees Celsius, impossible in minus 38 degrees Celsius wind chill. Elias's footage showed no heat signature. Security logs recorded nothing. But the whistling sound stayed in his nightmares, perfect mimicry of his own panicked breathing. Midnight Dragger. A security camera at Greenland's remote northern research station caught 8 seconds that no one can unsee. Timestamp, 2:47 a.m. Temperature, minus 42 degrees Celsius. Wind, 60 knots. The floodlights flickered on automatically, revealing a figure shambling through blowing snow. 8 feet tall, built like frozen meat hung to cure. Blocky torso, stick limbs, head just a smooth bulge where features should be. No face, no eyes, just white-gray ice crust over muscle that flexed visibly with each dragging step. One massive arm curled around a limp human form. Researcher Marcus Olsen, Idaho confirmed later by parka patches. His boots scraped furrows 10 meters across open snow, dragged face down, arms trailing limp. The snowman moved without hurry, deliberate, knees bending at wrong angles, leaving perfect oval prints too deep for surface ice. Marcus twitched once. His gloved hand clawed weakly at snow, then fell still. The creature paused, cocking its faceless head downward. Steam rose where its grip crushed his ribcage, body heat melting through insulated layers in seconds. No blood trail, just drag marks ending abruptly where floodlights cut to black. Power failure logs show no electrical fault. Backup generator kicked in 90 seconds later. By then, both were gone. No tracks leading away, no body. Satellite thermal sweeps found nothing across 200 square kilometers. Station dogs howled through the outage. One chewed through its chain trying to follow the scent. Olsen's radio, found shattered 50 meters out, still hissed static. Voice analysis confirmed his panicked breathing pattern, repeating an endless loop. The snowman left no origin, no melting residue, just those perfect oval prints, too symmetrical, too evenly spaced for anything that walks our world. Iceberg Apocalypse. Station drone footage from Greenland's remote Petermann Glacier captured 16 seconds that rewrote Arctic monitoring protocols overnight. Timestamp 3:12 a.m. No warning rumbles, no fracture warnings from seismic arrays. A house-sized iceberg, blue ice older than human civilization, suddenly detonated upward. Not cracking, flipping. The entire 80-meter mass rotated 180 degrees in under 3 seconds, exposing a blackened underbelly that steamed violently on contact with minus 35 degrees Celsius air. Drone thermal registered core temperature spiking to 8 degrees Celsius before plunging back to ambient. Something moved within the dark ice cavity revealed by the flip. Not water flow, not gas venting. Silhouetted shapes, elongated, jointed, shifted against bioluminescent veins pulsing cyan through translucent berg walls. Tentacle-like forms probed outward, 20 meters long, thinner at tips, thickening to fist width at bases. They writhed against sudden exposure, spraying superheated brine that flash-froze mid-air into crystal halos. The berg slammed back down, fracturing bedrock 200 meters distant. Shockwave buried motion sensors under fresh powder. Largest tentacle lingered surface side longest, curling, tasting gale force winds before retracting with visible suckers. Drone audio caught low-frequency pulses, organized, repeating, not glacial groan. Satellite passes found no matching calving event. Water samples from impact zone contained unknown proteins defying DNA/RNA classification. Station researchers quarantined the site after dogs refused to approach, whining at empty air. Glaciologists insist thermal expansion explains the flip, but no model accounts for organized movement within billion-year-old ice, or why seismic records show no precursor stress buildup, or why that single tentacle left a ammonia-sulfur residue trail leading nowhere, perfectly preserved in minus 40 degrees Celsius cold. The berg stabilized, silent again, but drone battery died mid-hover, captured plunging into fissure it shouldn't fit. Footage ends with final frame, cyan glow, fading. Frozen monster beneath.
Deep beneath the Greenland ice, researchers uncovered something bizarre. A frozen creature with crab-like legs, squid-like arms, and features unlike anything ever recorded. Now thawed, it's intact, and possibly still alive. What else is waiting beneath the ice?
A research drill pierced Greenland's 1.2-kilometer ice sheet, chasing ancient air bubbles trapped since the last ice age. At 1,174 meters, the core refused to turn. Cameras snaked down the borehole, revealing the impossible. Wedged in blue ice glowed a mass 20 meters long, segmented, coiled, armored. Black chitinous plates shifted minutely, edges razor-sharp against perfect ice preservation. 6 barbed legs protruded at odd angles, curled inward like praying mantis limbs frozen mid-strike. Centipedes don't grow skyscraper-sized. This did. Thermal sensors registered 0.3 degrees Celsius warmer than surrounding ice, thawing from within. Bioluminescent veins pulsed faint green through translucent joints, synchronized at 7-second intervals. No cellular decay, no desiccation. Muscle fibers flexed visibly when drill vibrations hit 40 hertz. The head emerged in frame 37, eyeless, armored, mandibles wide enough to crush snowcat chassis parting slowly. Antennae, 100-meter coils, unfurled, tasting pressure waves. Core extraction halted when gas spectrometers detected ammonia-methane exhalations, not decomposition, respiration. Sediment layers date the cavity to 28,000 BCE. No known arthropod survived such pressures. DNA sampling failed. Samples liquefied on contact with minus 15 degrees Celsius air, swarming with unidentified enzymes. Dogs tracking surface meltwater vomited, fur falling out in patches. Station commander ordered borehole sealed, citing geological instability. Drone flyover showed surface fissures radiating from drill site, venting steam carrying same chemical signature. Night shift reported tremors matching the creature's pulse rate. Geologists claim thermal vents explain the anomaly. Biologists insist suspended animation. Neither explains active metabolism in billion-year ice, or why seismic arrays registered faint movement 48 hours after sealing, directly beneath permanent station housing. The core waits in frozen storage. Lights still pulse through inspection port. Containment protocols upgraded yesterday. Something beneath Greenland remembers how to wake. Camp Century's frozen secrets. In 1959, U.S. engineers carved Camp Century into Greenland's ice sheet. 37,000 square meters of secret tunnels, labs, nuclear reactor, and barracks, all powered by the PM-2A, first portable atomic plant ever deployed. Hidden from Soviet satellites beneath 135 meters of ice, it housed 200 personnel running classified experiments through endless Arctic night. Last month, ground-penetrating radar swept the abandoned site. Something moved. Thermal anomalies appeared where the reactor vault should sit. Steady 4 degrees Celsius pulses, defying minus 50 degrees Celsius surface temps. Drone borescope fed live video into secure feeds. Tunnel walls glistening with fresh meltwater, ceiling cables severed clean, not corroded. Footprints, bare, human-sized, trailed black residue toward the biological research wing, sealed since 1967 evacuation. Motion sensors triggered at 3:14 a.m. Security cam caught shadows shifting through reactor alley. No personnel on site. No animals penetrate ice that thick. Radar returns showed 6 heat signatures, clustered upright, pacing 16-meter containment cells originally built for germ warfare tests. Declassified logs mention ice core anomalies, specimens extracted from 100,000-year strata that resumed cellular activity in warming labs. Pathologists noted unidentified proteins triggering human DNA degradation. Experiments halted 1966 after 3 technicians hospitalized, skin sloughing despite negative RADS exposure. Current team extracted air samples from fissures above Century. Mass spectrometry flagged dimethyl sulfide, rotting seafood smell, impossible at those depths without active metabolism. Seismic mics registered low-frequency scrapes matching containment door hydraulics cycling on backup power. Pentagon ordered site resecured yesterday. No-fly zone active. Local Inuits report aurora distortions directly above. Something in Camp Century's tunnels isn't buried anymore. It remembers the lights they left burning, and it's testing the doors. Ghost flight preserved. Search teams combing Greenland's coastal ice fields followed distress pings to a nightmare tableau. A twin-engine turboprop, perfectly entombed in glacial flow, cockpit glass intact, fuselage uncrumpled. Flight logs identified it as Century Air Charter 492, missing since 1987, presumed lost to Atlantic storm. Through frosted windows, 12 passengers sat rigid, faces frozen mid-scream. No decomposition, no skeletal remains. Flesh preserved down to eyelashes frosted white. Hands clawing armrests, eyes wide against final fogged breath trapped in sub-zero cabin. Pilot's gloved fingers still gripped yoke tilted 20 degrees starboard. Ice core sampling dated encasement to March 14, 1987. Precise crash timestamp. Thermal scans showed no heat signatures. Drone borescope entered through landing gear well. Cabin pressure seals held perfect vacuum, coats undisturbed on seatbacks, half-eaten meals crystallized on trays. Rescue divers reported movement beneath fuselage. Sonar pinged cylindrical shadows circling, 15 meters down. Water samples contained human proteins impossible at 800-meter depth. Stationary surface mics caught faint cabin intercom audio looping. Something's wrong with the wings. It's pulling us down. No wreckage debris field, no engine separation. Plane sat level, gear retracted, as if flown deliberately into ice. Meltwater analysis flagged unknown nucleotides matching no Arctic species. Locals call such wrecks ice traps, where time stops but awareness doesn't. Faces through those windows still watch approaching shadows. Ghost of the mountains.
The ghost of the mountains, finally caught on camera.
A trail camera nestled high in Greenland's Nunataks, jagged peaks piercing endless ice, captured what locals call the ghost of the mountains. Motion triggered at 4:17 a.m. under faint auroral glow. No sound, no wind. The snow leopard materialized from whiteout, 6 feet nose to tail, phasing through blizzard like smoke. Iridescent fur shifted from snow camouflage to charcoal muscle ripple mid-stride. Paws twice human hand-size crushed ice without imprint. Tail lashed once precise, balancing impossible angle on sheer 70-degree incline. Yellow eyes locked camera lens 200 meters distant, slit pupils dilating exactly 0.8 seconds before infrared activated. Head cocked 14 degrees left, nostrils flaring over mouthful of fangs protruding past jawline. Chest expanded 3 inches, ribs visible through translucent pelt. Heart pounding visible rhythm against glacial silence. It paused. Front paw lifted. Claws, ebony 6-inch curves, extended fully, testing air current invisible to thermal. Then ghosted forward, body elongating 20% beyond anatomical limit, spine undulating like liquid mercury over boulder field. Frame 187, perfect profile silhouette against ice cliff. Frame 201, gone. No tracks, no heat trail, no displacement snow. Locals track such prints to crevasses that swallow dogs. Elders call them ice wraiths, predators of frozen time that hunt what falls through cracks. Camera battery drained to 0% despite fresh charge. Playback showed eyes tracking lens movement frame by frame, as if studying the watcher. No snow leopard reaches Greenland's summit ice. This ghost climbed anyway. Cabin stalker.
I didn't see it until it moved.
Hiker Marcus Larson filmed a lonely, snow-covered cabin nestled against Greenland's sheer ice wall, seeking shelter from whiteout conditions. At 1:14 mark, his 4K GoPro caught peripheral motion, but nothing registered until frame analysis. Behind the cabin rose a massive white creature, 20 feet tall, perfectly camouflaged against blizzard backdrop until deliberate movement betrayed it. Blocky torso shifted first, then tree trunk arms unfolded from crouched position. Featureless head rotated 180 degrees without neck visible. Smooth ice crust surface cracking faintly where mouth should be. Snow exploded outward as forelimbs, four-jointed, clawed, pressed against cabin rear wall, compressing timber frame inward 3 inches. Thermal bloom registered +2 degrees C against -47 degrees Celsius air. The head locked onto camera lens 400 meters distant, entire mass pivoting silently toward hiker. For 6 frames, it held position. Faceless bulge tilting 12 degrees, steam venting from unseen orifices. Then full extension, shoulders doubled width, torso elongating 40%, revealing ribcage flexing beneath translucent ice epidermis, one massive paw lifted, splaying digits wide. Marcus's panicked breathing filled audio track. Creature matched rhythm exactly, chest rising, falling in mirror sync. Cabin groaned under weight. Creature lunged forward. Frame blackout. If this frozen nightmare shook you, smash like and subscribe. More Greenland horrors coming. Turn on notifications. These creatures hunt in silence. But now you see them.